Hey, playa, do you feel like your life just isn't working out the way that you want it to? Maybe you're not in a relationship, or you're in a relationship that you just don't care about. Maybe you don't have a job, or you're at a job that you just don't love. Either way, the direction you're heading isn't the one that you want to be on. So what do you do about that? Well, in this video, I'm going to share a few tips on how you can kind of change your perspective so that you can learn to appreciate the most out of life. For those of you that are new here, my name is Josh, and every single week I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. So if you want to learn and grow, hit the subscribe button and make sure to click on the notification bell. Life is an interesting beast. You only get one shot at it, and if things just aren't working out or you haven't found the path that you want to take, you might feel like you're just living day to day, not happy, not excited, not motivated to do anything. And that is a sucky place to be in, don't get me wrong. And in some cases, the best thing for you to really do is to seek out therapy, is to go to counseling, is to speak to someone about what you're going through. But there are also small things you could do on top of that to help kind of change your day-to-day mindset and shift you towards being more grateful for what you do have. For example, what's your morning mindset? When you wake up in the morning, do you feel that sense of dread because you have to live another day of an unhappy life? Or do you feel like there's potential, there's things you can do to change your life around? If you're living with that sense of dread, then yeah, that's the first thing you need to tackle, because you're not really appreciating, you're not noticing the positive things you may have in your life. They're getting overlooked because you're more worried about the things that you don't have. Now, I don't say that to discredit any struggles you may be going through, but I think it's important to also take notice of the small wins that we actually can look forward to. For example, is there a roof over your head? Can you go to sleep at night knowing that you're safe in your own home? Do you have food in your fridge that you can wake up and eat if you're hungry? Is there a bathroom with running water that you can use if you want to brush your teeth or wash your face? Now, to you, these things might not matter because they're part of your day-to-day. They're not really part of your overall bigger picture. They don't affect how you choose to live your life, how you choose to carry forward in your day, how you choose to interact with others. But I would argue that they do. Having an easygoing morning, a morning where you can kind of prepare your day and get things going without having to worry about these little tiny things, is going to make your life a little bit easier than other people who don't have access to those things. So if you feel like that first thought in your mind is always going to be that negative sense of dread, try to make that second thought the appreciation for what you do have. Taking that active role and looking for positive things is actually going to influence you to look for more positive things as the day rolls along. One thing to remember here is that a negative mindset doesn't just exist at the beginning of the day. Negative thoughts tend to sprinkle throughout your different interactions with people, the different activities that you do, and even in your quiet alone time. When you're sitting there thinking by yourself, that's when negative thoughts tend to spring up. So if negativity is always in full force, how do you go about defeating it and stopping those negative thoughts completely? Well, I think instead of worrying about stopping the negative thoughts, you instead should overpower it with positive thoughts. And one way you can go about doing that is by keeping a gratitude journal. This is going to be a collection of the things that you're grateful for in life. There are a few ways you can do that. One is keeping an actual gratitude journal, something you write in every single day, the moments that you're grateful for and the things that you're happy about. Another way is just keep an app with a note on your phone where you can write different things that pop into your mind, different moments that you're grateful for, people you're happy about, situations that you want to learn more about and explore. For example, I remember back when I was in college and I wasn't really sure about what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't really have a clear direction, and because of that, I felt an overwhelming sense of anxiety. I still kept a little notepad with a pen, and every single day, every time I saw something that just gave me a spark of joy. It could be a person walking down the street. It could be two people laughing in a conversation. It could be the grass under my feet as I walked to class. Any of those positive things I would write down. And just having a list of all the things that kind of brought that sense of joy in my life made me feel better about myself. And these weren't even things that were happening to me. I was simply observing the world around me. And in that observation, I saw that happiness was possible. Sometimes it wasn't reaching for the highest goal. Sometimes it was just stopping to smell a flower, or just stopping to have a conversation with someone on the street. And the cynic in you might be thinking, yeah, that's great that everyone else is happy, but I'm still struggling. So what can I do to help myself? Well, in those moments, I think the best thing for you to do is to stop and breathe. Focus on your breathing. This is a form of meditation that I think can help calm your nerves and calm your anxiety. In fact, let's do it right now, you and me. Close your eyes for just 10 seconds. Take a deep breath. As you're breathing in, think about the air entering your lungs. Now breathe out. We'll do it again one more time. Take a deep breath in. Feel the air going to different parts of your body as your chest expands. And breathe out. Feel the air just kind of leave your body in this simple, fluid motion. Most of the time when we're annoyed or angry or just irritated with the world because things just aren't going our way, it's because we're out of alignment with our own bodies. And I think returning back to that alignment by breathing, by being calm in the moment, is going to help us analyze and assess that situation a lot better. Is that to say breathing is going to help you finally get a girlfriend or actually get a job or maybe even pass your classes? No, it's simply going to help you look at those situations and realize that over time you will find a way through them. These moments that you're struggling in life don't have to define you. And a lot of times we let them define us. We let them determine that we don't have worth, that we're not worthy of something positive in life. But breathing, taking control of your body helps you realize that you are. Another thing I would recommend doing to help you feel like you're not on this journey alone, struggling by yourself, is saying thank you to the people that are involved in your life. Simply offering thanks for their guidance, for their kindness, for their interest in your well-being is going to help you feel like you're not alone. Sometimes people want to be more helpful and involved in your life, but they're afraid they're going to overstep their boundaries, so they pull back. They don't get as involved, which might make you feel more alone. So simply offering them thanks for what they do bring you in return is going to allow them to feel like they can be more open with you, that they do see a more vulnerable side to you, and that the two of you can actually work together. Being able to recognize that you're struggling in some kind of way and that there needs to be a change there is a major first step to take. And that second step is being open to the idea of getting help from others. So offering thanks allows you to recognize that you're someone worth helping and allows other people to realize that you actually are reaching out to them for their generosity. And I know asking for help is hard. Sometimes pride is what's driving the ship, and no one ever wants to be perceived as weak or incapable of doing something themselves. But we're a social species. We're here to help each other. No one is better than anyone else. So if someone's willing to offer you help, if someone's willing to guide you or just show you what you need to do to kind of get on the right path for yourself, it's worth looking into. And finally, let's just be honest here. Sometimes you may feel like there's nothing to be grateful for. Everything in your life sucks. Nothing is going right and you can't find a way out of it. Well, I think in those situations, the best thing for you to do is to try to gain perspective on what your problems are in relation to other people. You might see other people struggling with other things that they're having hardships with. At least you could be grateful that you're not dealing with the problems that they may be encountering. For example, let's say you don't really have the best type of relationship with your parents. You fight a lot with them, you just don't get along, things are always tense. Well, in those situations, you might think there's nothing to be grateful for. Well, try to think about someone that you know that may not have parents anymore. Maybe they passed away, or maybe they're divorced and have moved away, or maybe they had such a catastrophic ending that they can no longer interact with their parents. In that situation, you might think, well, at least I could be grateful for the fact that I have my parents there, that there's an opportunity to work on our relationship, to make things better potentially, rather than not having them at all. I think having perspective and awareness for the things that you have access to in your life in relation to other people is going to grant you the opportunity to practice gratitude for them, because they are things that are actively in your life. They may not be in the best condition, they may not be how you want them to be, but everything is small steps, guys. You always have the opportunity to work on the things that are there in front of you. So don't overlook them. Don't ignore them. Recognize that change is possible. And remember, if you're not happy with where you are in life, that's okay. There will be days where you feel down and there really isn't much that you can do to kick out of it. But every single day brings a new opportunity for you. So take advantage of that opportunity by practicing gratitude whenever you can. I want to give a special shout out to all my patrons and channel members, all the people that help support this channel. Their names will be listed over here. And if you're someone that wants to have a one-on-one video chat with me to talk about what's going on in your life, click on the Patreon button there so you can find out how to do that. Also, guys, what I want you to do is check out the video over here because I break down how to find your path and purpose in life. I think if that's what you're struggling with, that video is going to be helpful. On that note, guys, I'll catch you next time. As always, love and peace.